Good morning, children. So, in this video, we will discuss the uses of convex and concave mirror. Uses of convex and concave mirror. Uses of concave mirror. Concave mirrors are commonly used in torches, searchlights, and headlights of vehicles to get a powerful parallel beam of light. Concave mirrors are normally used in the torch, reflectors of torch, in headlights of automobiles, so that we will get a parallel beam of light rays. Okay, in searchlights, lighthouse searchlight will be there now. In that also we will use a concave mirror, so that we will get parallel light rays. Okay. Here the bulb is placed at the principal focus of this concave mirror. Okay, normally the bulb will be placed at the principal focus of this concave mirror. So, you will get parallel beam of light rays. Reflected rays will be parallel beam. Okay. Then they are used as shaving mirrors to see the enlarged image of the face. Makeup mirrors or shaving mirrors. Okay, because the object is placed very close to the mirror. The object is placed very close to the mirror. So, in that mirror, you will get the enlarged image of your face. Means the object is placed between P and F, very close to the mirror. Dentists use concave mirrors to view large images of your teeth. Dentist mirrors, that is also concave mirrors. Large concave mirrors are used to concentrate sunlight in order to produce heat in solar furnace. In case of solar cookers also, we are using concave mirrors to increase the temperature of that cooker, so that we can cook the food very fast. Okay. So, large concave mirrors are also used to concentrate the sunlight in order to produce heat in solar furnace. This one is a mirror used by the dentist. This surface is a concave reflecting surface of the torch. Concave reflecting surface of the torch. This one is a concave reflector. So, when light falls on this concave reflector, the reflected rays will focus to a single point. So, if you keep food in this point, the temperature at that point will be increased and we can cook the food very fast. Then uses of convex mirror. The main use of convex mirror is a rear view mirror or side mirrors of our automobiles. The main use of concave mirror is that one, side mirrors of the automobiles. Okay. Then why we are using convex mirror for that purpose? Important thing, it always forms diminished image. It always forms diminished image. And we can see the wide view behind our vehicle. We can see the wide view behind the vehicle or the traffic behind the vehicle. Because of these two reasons, we are using convex mirror as side mirrors in our automobiles. So, first one, it's used as a reflector in street light as it diverges the light rays over a wide area. It diverges the light rays over a wide area. It is used as rear view mirrors in vehicles because it forms an erect, highly diminished image irrespective of the position of the traffic behind. Erect, diminished image of the traffic behind our vehicle. They are used in driveways, roads to provide safety to motorists at curves and turns and other places where there is a lack of visibility. Normally, this type of mirrors are placed at the turnings, okay, sharp turnings, so that we can view the traffic or visibility will be there if you are using convex mirrors at that points. So, these are the uses of convex mirror. Now, next important point, that is sign conventions for mirrors, that is new Cartesian sign convention. Okay, new Cartesian sign convention. So, rules are there. According to that rule, we will assign positive sign and negative sign for object distance, image distance, focal length of concave, convex mirrors, height of the image, height of the object. Okay. So, according to these rules, we will assign the value, whether it is positive or negative. Okay. So, you know graph, basic graph you know na. This one is a x coordinate, this one is x dash, this one is a y coordinate, this one is y dash. It's a origin. Okay. All the measurements here towards the right side of the origin, towards the right side of this origin is taken as positive. Here towards the left side is taken as negative. Above towards y-axis, all these one is taken as positive, all these ones are negative. This is a basic graph, Cartesian graph, isn't it? So, suppose instead of this point origin, I am placing a mirror. I am placing a mirror here. I am placing a mirror. Okay. Now, from this mirror towards the right, if I am measuring any distance from this mirror towards the right, then it is taken as positive. From this mirror towards the left, from this mirror towards the left, then that is negative. That measurement is taken as negative. Suppose I am measuring anything above this height in the upward direction, that is taken as positive. If I am measuring anything in the downward direction, then that is negative. Okay. So, this is the basic graphical idea. From the origin towards the x-axis, positive, towards the y-axis, negative, towards the x dash axis, that is negative, towards the y dash axis, that is also negative. That is a basic graph idea. Okay. The same thing. In this origin, I placed a mirror towards the x-axis. Towards the x-axis, measurement is taken as positive. Towards the x dash axis means towards the left side of the mirror, taken as negative. Now, this is a mirror towards the y-axis, it is taken as positive. Now, towards the y dash axis, it is taken as negative. Now, the basic thing, rules are there. Yeah, all measurements are taken from the pole of the mirror, whether it is concave or convex. All measurements are taken from the pole of the mirror. So, when you start to take measurement, 0 of your scale should be at the pole. Zero of your scale should be at the pole. Okay. So, all measurements are taken from the pole of the mirror, whether it is concave or convex. Now, light should travel from left to right. Light should travel from left to right. When you draw the ray diagrams, I always kept the object at the left side of the mirror. I placed the object at the left side of the mirror. Object is on the left side of the mirror. Yeah, is the object. It's on the left side of the mirror. Left side of the mirror. Object is placed at the left side of the mirror. So, all cases we will keep the object on the left side of the mirror so that the light can travel from left to right. So first thing, all measurements are taken from the pole of the spherical mirror. Second one, object should be placed on the left side of the mirror so that the light can travel from left to right. Now, third one, the measurements which are taken in the direction of light ray is taken as positive. The measurements which are taken in the direction of light ray is taken as positive, and the measurements which are taken opposite to the direction of light ray, that is taken as negative. Okay. So, all measurements are taken from the pole. The measurements which are taken in the direction of light ray is taken as positive. Opposite to the direction of light ray is taken as negative. The measurements taken in the direction of light ray is taken as positive. Opposite to the direction of light ray is taken as negative. It's a concave mirror. I am placing the object here. This is the object. Light should travel from left to right. Okay. So, all the measurements are taken from the pole. All the measurements are taken from the pole. If I measure this distance, that is the distance between the pole and the object. Distance between the pole and the object. I am measuring it from here in this direction, that is opposite to the direction of incident light. I am measuring a distance from pole to the object AB opposite to the direction of incident light. So, this distance is taken as negative. That distance is taken as negative. Now, principal focus of convex and concave mirror I will draw here. This one is a convex mirror. Pole, principal focus. So, this distance is a focal length. That distance is a focal length. Now, for convex also I will draw it here. Okay. Now, I need to measure this distance. This distance I need to measure from the pole to the principal focus. From the pole to the principal focus. So, this distance When I measure, I will get it as negative because it's in the opposite direction. Opposite direction. Here, from the pole to this direction. From the pole to here. I am measuring in the direction of incident ray. 0 of my scale will be at the pole. Then I can measure it like this. So, this distance is positive. So, this distance will be negative focal length. This distance will be positive. So, focal length of concave mirror is negative. Focal length of convex mirror is positive. Focal length of convex mirror is positive. Focal length of concave mirror is negative. Now, measurements in the direction or perpendicularly upwards from the principal axis. The distance which are measured perpendicularly upwards from the principal axis, that is taken as positive. That is taken as positive. Then, the distance which are measured perpendicularly below the principal axis, that is taken as negative. That is taken as negative. Now, it's a concave mirror. Object. This is the height of the object. Height of the object. So, we are measuring perpendicularly above the principal axis. So, this distance is positive. That distance is positive. Height of the object is positive. Now, height of the image. Now, when you consider the height of the image, two types of images you will get. Real image and virtual image. Real image is always inverted. Virtual image is erect. Real image is always inverted. Means below the principal axis. Real image we will draw below the principal axis. This one is a real image. Real image. So, this distance will be, height of this image will be negative. Height of that image will be negative. Okay. Now, virtual image we will draw it here. This one is a virtual image. Virtual image. So, this one will be positive. That one will be positive. Okay. So, real image height will be negative. Real image height will be positive. Object height positive. Now, one more point is there. Real image, virtual image. This distance. Okay. Now, we are measuring from the pole. From the pole to this distance. This distance. That is known as image distance. Image distance. From the pole to this image. Real image. This distance. From the pole to this distance. That distance is known as image distance. This one is negative because we are measuring it opposite to the direction of light ray. Image distance in case of real image is negative because we are measuring it opposite to the direction of light ray. In case of virtual image, this distance we are measuring in the direction of light ray. That is also image distance. So, this distance will be positive. That distance will be positive. Then, normally we will place the object on the left side of the mirror, whether it is concave or convex. We will keep the object on the left side of the mirror. This one is the object. Isn't it? So, from the pole we will measure this distance. That distance is known as object distance. Object distance. It's represented by the letter U, that is always negative. That is always negative. Then image distance, we will use V. V. Okay. Image distance, we will use V to represent image distance. In case of real image, it's negative. In case of virtual image, it is positive. Okay. So, it's a sign convention for mirrors. Okay. That is given in your textbook, page number 168.